Hello, hello. This is Budgets with Grace, where I give you a glimpse of my life through the lens of my budget. My name's Grace. Today, I get to bring you along in my freelance business budget. It has been a while since I've made one of these because it's been a while since I got paid last. And if you know how I do my freelance budget, that doesn't mean that my business is not paying myself. It just means that my client income inflow hasn't been there. So now I get to show you. All right, so first I'm going to approve this transaction from my client, and I'll go into the budget side, and now I have that amount to be budgeted. Again, do I have hungry kitties? So I have $2,940 to budget, and I'm going to run through the profit first method to make sure I'm paying myself first with my freelance business. This is also going to be the last of the year, so I think I'm going to take my bonus or decide what to do with my bonus. All right, so 2,940 times 0.02. So 940 times 0.25, 940. So if I've done this math right, this is going to equal the amount remaining, which is 235. 235.20. Oh, that's right. Okay. Now I'm going to divide up the profit first. To do this, I'm going to multiply it by 0.9, 90%, which puts 10% back into my to be budgeted, and I take that and put it into profit for giving. I made a little note here that shows 10% and 0.02%. So that shows that it's 10% of my net profit and only 0.02% of my total gross income. I thought that might be a little more transparent than just saying it's 10% of my net. So now I can take the profit and divide it by 2, and I'll take it out of to be budgeted for the profit for distribution. I'll take it out of this category for the reserve. Taxes are super easy. I just move all of it into my estimated taxes. I need to get a CPA this year to help me make sure that I'm paying enough and the right amount in taxes before I submit my return. Owner's compensation could not come at a better time. Oh, whoops, I did that wrong. I want to move all this into the inflow because I have fully funded my December paychecks. Oh, I think I didn't enter that. Hang on. Oh, I had it scheduled out an extra week for some reason. I'll put it there. All right, so I've already paid myself for December. This is going to help me cover my paychecks into January. And I'm just going to put it all into that category for compensation. So now I have at least enough to pay myself one paycheck if I'm paying myself twice a month. I was going to be paying myself $1,000 a week, but I think I'm going to stick to $4,000 a month. So I'm explaining this in the most confusing way possible. Basically, because of the way weeks work with months, you are always going to get a couple months with an extra week where if you're getting paid weekly, you get paid an extra week. So I don't want that to happen. I'm just going to put $4,000 for the whole month. Great. So I have enough to pay myself at least one paycheck in January. I am a bit concerned about the timing of my next paydays. So I think I will either have to break into my savings to cover that on my personal budget side or on my business budget side. I haven't strategized for it yet. Now we take out from the operation expenses, and this will go to cover all of my immediate obligations and true expenses for my business budget. And Adobe also kindly increased their subscriptions, and I would call them and just ask for a lower rate, but honestly, I use the tools so much, I feel a bit awkward going to them being like, so I use these tools every day and I don't want to pay for them. So I will just click underfunded, and then I can take the rest of this and start budgeting into January, which it looks like Adobe is the one that's still underfunded. And let's see. I have been putting this into this electronic fund, which it would be really nice for me to upgrade my computer. It's the saver in me that is looking at this right now and wanting to put this straight into reserves because money can easily stress me out. But I'm going to be good and put this into the electronics category because I was definitely digital window shopping for a new iMac. I'm making so many videos these days and it takes a long time to export them, and it's impossible for me to use my MacBook while they are exporting, and that kind of leaves me in the lurch if I want to make a video in the morning and then go about my freelance business during the day. I have to wait until the evening to export it, and then I'm a little tired, and logistics. I want a new machine, and I bet I could finance it and get the Apple Card and get 12 months free APR financing. But to do that, I would have to feel confident in my business budget to budget for that monthly payment and make sure it's completely paid off by by whatever year date that I make that purchase. The freelance budget with me's are always really quick. I know what I'll do. I will go ahead and enter the future payments that I'll be getting from my client this January. So I will add a transaction. That's the client, and inflow is 540. Is that right? It's 560. It's not today. It's 2 weeks from today. And I'm going to give it a blue flag. In this business budget, I actually do use the purple flags for paying myself. So pay myself. I will name it that. I also am using the yellow flag on this annual subscription that's set. I might do that in the personal budget side as well. So I just billed for this next one on the 21st. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be coming in on the 18th. Is that right? It's actually going to be the 20th. I'm doing a lot of kind of clicking back and forth between this budget and my QuickBooks to make sure I'm getting all these numbers right. And the inflow is 56,000. And that's not quite right either. It's 5,800. Oh, yes, that is a big one for me. That is going to fund my paydays for like a month. From the looks of this, I'm going to peek at the calendar. I'm going to be getting a small paycheck at the beginning of January, which should help. But then I'm probably going to try to hold back on paying myself until I get the rest of the inflow so I can make sure to give myself a full paycheck. That's going to be my strategy. Before I sign off, I'm going to decide what to do with my profits for this year. For giving, I'm going to let that sit for maybe another quarter or two, at least until I have a couple $100 in there. If you give really small amounts very frequently, often it can increase the cost of processing as well as just people's time, and so sometimes it's better to make a larger lump sum donation, and that's my plan for that. It will probably be going to my alma mater, my alumni, not just my university, but my program, because I really believe that that program is the reason I've been so successful, and I just want to give back to those future students that are pursuing the career that I did. Profit for distribution, I am supposed to take and have a bonus for the end of the year. A big part of me wants, again, the saver in me wants to just move that and put it into profit for reserve, especially because I have been so fortunate this holiday season. A lot of family has given me gifts of many variety, but I feel like I would be cheating myself in the profit first system if I didn't follow it through. Like, I've been doing it this long so far, like I might as well try to follow the rules, at least for a little while. So I guess I will be making that transfer. Woohoo, I have a little bit of extra money to budget for in my personal budget. This has been a freelance budget with me, and I hope that you got something out of this and maybe some ideas on how you can run the finances of your own business. Again, I'm the sole proprietor of my freelance business, and I'm working on having multiple streams of income, but they all go into this budget, so it's just simplified instead of incorporating like 4 different businesses. I am just technically one business in the eyes of the government. Let me know if you have any questions about this. I love talking about my freelance business, and I actually added a new link in the description. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. I heard that Penny is Not Perfection is giving this a try. So if you want to support my content making, if you like what you see, definitely check that out. And otherwise, as always, you can like, comment, subscribe. That super supports me as well. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.